And we're back. The long-awaited track video that you guys have been requesting for a while. Do we actually track the FL5? As you can tell, yes we do. So here it is. I'm gonna need you guys, I'm honestly gonna need you guys to give us your full review of this video. Literally, I'm gonna try some stuff out. You guys let me know if you guys like it. If you don't, then we'll keep improving this. We had the opportunity to join Slip Angle Events track day over here at Streets, and what better way to spend a Sunday than with the boys out here at the track. This is going to be a great day today. We're testing out a bunch of parts, and we'll put the specifics in the bio here. Again, read the bio. All right, this is a little bit better, but we wanted to come out here, put some final touches to the car. Again, we've been testing out the fuel system for Honda for quite some time, working out all the bugs, getting it straight. This is why we've had to keep a lot of our track sessions hush-hush. They don't want us disclosing stuff. You know, we had to go through the measures. But again, guys, I told you everything's for a reason. We're not just building a car to be a garage queen. Well, strike that. This is a garage queen, but it does hit the track, as you can tell. And today we're gonna go ahead and just show that. I'm gonna pretty much work out any bugs that the car may have. We're gonna dial in some more of the suspension products that we got from S3. You know, we just added the CSF radiator. We also added the PRL charge pipes. We're gonna be testing also the brand new Recaro SPG XL that we got. We have not bought harnesses yet for the seat, but we are going to do that next. Now we want to make sure that everything's running, because next week we're going to be heading on out to Chuckwalla Raceway, and that's where we're really going to put this car to the test. We're really going to push it. Today is just myself, as you can tell. No Lewis, no trusty labor system. You got all of me, boys, all of me. And again, I have the mic right to my mouth because A, we've been having audio issues, and B, it's freaking loud over here. Now buckle up.
20 minutes later.
So far, I took the car out for the first session, and the car did great. Still feeling cold, but that's just because it's about 45 degrees right now. Hopefully, as the day warms up, we'll be able to get some more heat into the tires. We'll be able to get out here. You know, full disclosure, we've been running on some old-ass AO52s. Hopefully, when we get out to Chuck next week, we're going to have a nice, fresh pair of either Nankangs or some AO52s, or even some Bridgestone Potenzas R71R, 71RSs or something like that. But anywho, guys, buckle up. Join me as I do this solo mission here at Streets, and we put the FL5 to a couple tests. This test day is primarily for us to dial down tire pressure, dampening settings for the front, and again, just to see how the car does in some nice conditions, because I believe out at Chuckwalla it's going to be about the same. Again, we've been running full E for the last, I don't know, maybe maybe 4 or 5 months in this car without a problem. Everything's been working great. That is a great opportunity that Honda gave to us. Shout out Javier, shout out Doug, Derek, everybody out there. You guys have been amazing. We started off the day at temperatures of about 155. I think after this track session, I saw temperatures go to 177, which is way below what we've been running before, which is great. Temperatures also have a lot to play in. And also note, remember, we are running the Hell oil cooler and the Spoon Sports oil filter. So that right there is helping us out a little bit with cooling the oil for the engine as well as keeping the pressure up. I'm a little distracted because I'm watching these go-kart guys get their go-karts ready, and it's so cool. Look at that, how they're lowering their go-karts off their little stands and getting them ready to go out there. I think their next session is coming up here. That's so cool. I've never even seen that ever. We are running some older AO52s, and as you can see, these tires have seen better days. I did lower the temperature. They were pushing about, I think, 44 when I got off track, and I lowered them down to 25. We'll see what they do right now. If I need to, come back in and lower them a little bit more. I'm gonna get to watching some more track sessions here. Mine should be coming up in another 45 minutes to an hour. We are running high intermediate. Stay tuned. I'll give you the helmet cam, see how you guys like it, and we'll go from there. Here's the car at idle. I've had it warming up for about a couple minutes now, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. You know, we're sitting at temperatures about 141. You know, we got our oil pressure at 34. Got my oil temps at 136. Again, we're gonna go out for session 2, and then we're gonna go ahead and report back on what the actual temperatures are when I come back into the paddock after I finished my second session. Wish us luck, boys. Alright guys, this is session 3 right now. Just giving ourselves some space between everybody else. And we're gonna get out there and see what kind of times we can hit. Shooting hopefully for a 125, actually low 125, maybe even a 124. Let's cross our fingers, boys. Wish us luck. All right, let's take a lap here in the FL5 around streets clockwise. I'm no instructor here, just basically what I'm trying to feel with this car particularly is just how far into the turn I can brake, how soon I can start engaging my accelerator. It's right there. If you didn't notice, the back kind of slipped out as soon as I came around this turn, and it slipped out there a little bit as well. I do like the car to rotate, but I was just feeling on the second session that the tires were not cooperating with me as much as I felt during my first session, which was when we were able to lay down a solid time. As you tell here, I think I was already two laps in. I basically just wanted to warm up the car before I started recording, but as you see, my times were 1:30, and I was trying to get better at it, but again, the grip on the tires was just not the greatest. These tires have been heat cycled. If you're asking how the S3 suspension feels, it's night and day compared to stock suspension. This suspension has way superseded my expectations, to be honest with you guys. In collaboration with the Swift springs and the dampening settings, these coilovers have, again, just exceeded all expectations. As far as cooling, as you can tell here, the car never went north of 200 on this session. I think we were dancing around 194, which is really good for this car, as well as oil pressure wasn't going above, I think, 200, 205, somewhere in that area, and oil pressure seems to kind of dance in this anywhere, I'm gonna say about 74 to 84 psi, seems to stay in that area. But overall, the car feels amazing, as you see here, as I'm just kind of chasing down other cars, trying to see if I can improve with what I got. As you saw on the last lap, we did 126, which isn't bad. I mean, we had gone, I think I'd done 125 something to start off the day, and I was aiming to do 124, but again, as the day went on, the tires got hotter, and we just could not, or at least we, as far as myself, I could just not squeeze anything out of these tires. It was time to make a change, and hopefully once we get to Chuckwalla in a few weeks, we're going to go ahead and swap out these tires and get some freshies on here. But again, as you can see, the car just responds phenomenal. It is super tight, feels great. As a matter of fact, in this lap session, actually in this session, which was 2, I hadn't adjusted any of the dampening settings. I still had them at a little bit over halfway, and that's when I realized, I was like, oh yeah, maybe I need to go ahead and tighten them up a bit. But yeah, I hope this kind of gives you an example of what I guess it feels like to be in here. All right, guys, we just got done with session 3. Unfortunately, could not make up any more time. I think these tires are on the shade of burnt. But again, look at the temps. Oil temp 201 this time. We got air temperatures of 186, consistent. I think I saw it get up as far as 200 again. I think oil temps were at like 204. But overall, the car is running great. Knock on wood, no major issues so far. But yeah, we're looking good. Only thing is, like I said, seems like the tires here are dusted, and we're not going to be making up any better time on them at this point. So I think it's just best that we just go out there, have some fun, really just feel out the car, get more comfortable, and just keep pushing, and we just enjoy the day. Again, guys, I hope you really are enjoying the content. I'm trying to do my best of documenting what I'm going through, what I'm feeling here, what's going on with the car. Like I said before, we've been dabbling with different ways on how to, you know, show this content to you guys. But usually it just involves me and Lewis talking about what's happening, and then not to mention what ends up going wrong or what not, you know, when you're out here, you know, at the track. But today seems like a pretty good, successful shakedown. I'm really looking forward to getting some new wheels. I mean, not wheels, I'm sorry. Some new tires for the car. And that will help our times a lot better, especially out at Chuck, such a big track. such a faster track that we're going to need more grip. We can't go out with these burnt tires. That might be something I need to look at during the week, see if we could come up with anything. But yeah, guys, once I get back to the paddock, I'll give you guys some more information and we'll see what's up. You know, one good thing to note that the radiator, as you see, temps go down really, really quick after we're giving the car a little bit of a cool down. I mean, we were at 188 and now we're at 170. Oil temps dropping as well, dropped about 9 degrees. So again, the components we've put into the car are actually doing what they need to do, which makes it feel very rewarding that we're doing the things we need to do and we're taking the car in the right direction, so to speak. But yeah, we got cars like this out here, and I just saw like a R33 out here that looks like an old Japanese race car that looks super sick. But anyways, guys, let me park and see what's up. All right, guys, well, checking back in. Now we're done with lunch session. Looks like Fast Boys are back out there. They're gonna conclude their lap in another 5 or 6 minutes, and then we're gonna go out and do session 4. Now we've hooked up our Hondata. We're ready to do some data logs. Let's see what we have to show on this next round. Tire pressure sitting at 30 right now. Temps look good. I'm about to kick on the car and get it warmed up to go out here on the track in a second. But so far, so good. All right, guys, this is session 4. And like I said previously, we were dealing with the same issues. Just tires were just really greasy, really slippery at this point. Basically, what I was just doing is I was just going out, spent the whole session just kind of feeling out the car under these conditions. Just pretty much didn't push at all. This lap here, you could probably hear the tires screeching as I'm coming around. So I just pretty much sandbagged it and just took advantage that there was nobody on track with me and just pretty much got seat time, which was the most important thing for me with the car, since we had not had the opportunity to do it, which is just to get seat time. And that's exactly what we did in this final session here. You know, seat time is one of the things that you can't buy. I mean, we've done so much for this car, we've put so much into it, and we haven't been able to enjoy full sessions like this until this day, which was phenomenal. And again, that's why I kept saying we kept having a great time out at the track, because we got actual seat time and you can't replicate that. So this is one of the things that I took away from today's sessions, which was just learning the car, feeling the car slide out on me a little bit. As you see, times were just horrendous, and it was actually a better lesson. I mean, I actually felt the car, what it can do. I felt how far I could push it on beat tires. So I'm just gaining confidence that on our next track day, when we have brand new tires, you know, I'll be able to just attack these corners and be able to smash through them. But if you want to look at some takeaways from today's sessions, I'm going to have to say that I'm going to really be looking at some new brake pads. I'm not really jiving with the Project Mu pads. I feel like their initial bite is super good, but then it just kind of fades out. I feel a lot of pedal vibration, and I just don't like it. So I'm going to try I'm going to try some Paragon pads, which are WinMax 5s, I think. And I'm going to go with those. And then if not, then we might actually look at Paragon's Big Brake Kit, which, if you're asking why Paragon, we saw these things in action at Thunderhill, 24 hours without a hitch, guys. Now, for the amount of tracking we do, which is minimal, these things are going to stand the test of time for us. Now, another thing that I may look into is going to be maybe some catch cans, because I did notice that we are getting a little bit of the oil getting diluted because of how we're running our engine setup. Now, we are running 530. We might bump that up to 1030 and see how it works with that. But yeah, maybe some catch cans in the future and some brake pads possibly a big brake hit. But other than that, this car did phenomenal, guys. I mean, I'll give you guys info actually as soon as I get back in. But yeah, this was awesome. I mean, today was great. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our track day here at Streets of Willow. Again, shout out to Slip Angle for harboring us, having a great environment here for us to run. We ran a total of 4 sessions. There's still one more going on here, but our tires are toast. It's time to get a new set. We pretty much shook the car down. Everything looks very promising for Chuckwalla next week. We hope to really see what we can get out of the car at Chuckwalla. But as far as just reporting back on all the stuff that we've done, I want to say all the parts we've put onto the car, I want to say nothing that we did not contribute. Actually, let me rephrase that. Everything we did to the car has contributed to put the car in this situation right now to succeed. Literally, the seat was amazing. The newest additions, which are the oil cooler and the radiator, were working phenomenal. I mean, dropping temps down 20 to 30 degrees in some instances, and that was even at peak day. And we ran pretty much anywhere from 9 to 10, I think even at one point 11 laps per session. So literally, we put on some good track time into the car. I really feel real confident going to Chuckwalla next week with it. Again, we're just going to button up some suspension stuff. Like I said, I dialed it in. It feels really good at where it's at. And I hope Lewis likes it. You know, he'll be able to kind of finagle with it when we get to Chuckwalla next week. But yeah, guys, I told you I was trying something new here. I hope that you guys appreciate the work we put in. And now we're getting to enjoy that. I just want to make sure that the content is good for you guys. Do me a favor. I mean, honestly, I do this so that way you guys can watch, learn, and contribute. You guys are part of the squad, so let me know if there's anything that I could have done better when it came to recording. Let me know if there's something that maybe I missed when I recorded, maybe a different editing style. Again, this is all trial and error. I hope that it's engaging for you guys as it was to record it. Anyways, all right, guys, that's going to sum it up. So from myself, from Lewis, and the trusty labor assistant, never fails, we'll catch you guys out on the next one.